Hey guys, welcome back to ElsieDIY. I'm Elsie, aka Elizabeth, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the textured walls in this doll room. But first, I'm going to decorate it. I'm sorry I didn't really go into a detailed tutorial on how to make the doll room, but filming and doing something like this is just really hard, and kudos to the people who can do it at the same time, but I just decided to do it off camera. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And so for this wall, I just decided to do kind of an accent wall, and I've done some real like sheetrock before in my life and painting and stuff like that, and so that's what this reminded me of. It's just a really cool texture, and the brick, that was easy too, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it, but first let's decorate this room. Okay, to start off decorating this room, we definitely need to fill this area here. So I'm going to start off by putting this bench that I quickly made out of some foam board, and then for the top cushion, I used this faux leather, and then I added some drawers on the side. So I think that'll look good right here. We definitely need something hanging on the walls, because I like stuff hanging on my walls, because it's boring without anything on the wall. So yeah, I'm gonna use these mirrors I found at Hobby Lobby. Quickly place them on the wall. And by the way, I'm just using glue dots to hold all of this down. And of course, I'm gonna add some greenery and fairy lights. I'm gonna put that on the back wall. And I'm literally just taking a small little bit of a glue dot to stick down the plant to the wall. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I just stuck all of the vines to the wall with glue dots just to keep them in place. The batteries are like gone in this because I accidentally kept it on. You can't even hardly see the difference, but I'm gonna leave them on. And conveniently, the box just hides under the bench, and you can tuck the cord under there as well, and you barely even see it. And I quickly made these pillows. I did glue these because I did not want to hand sew all of them. And I just cut a piece of fabric to lay over the edge of the bench to look like a throw. So I decided to make a piece of macrame. I used just yarn and a wooden dowel. I love macrame, and this was actually my inspiration. This one's hanging in my bedroom, and I really like it. It's so retro. And using more glue dots, I'm just going to stick it over here on the wall. And to finish off this room, I'm going to use a bunch of knickknacks and fill those shelves in the corner. I have this little Yankee kind of candle I made a while back. It's real wax too, which is pretty cool. It smells good. I really like this plant. A random wooden cube for no reason at all. Although it could serve as a bookend for sure. There. Okay, I think we filled this room up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe a lamp or one of those ladders that hold blankets would look good right here. But we're not going to do that today. We are going to first of all see what this looks like with a Barbie doll in it. And then I'm going to show you guys how to make the bricks in this room and the sheetrock or wallpaper, whatever you want to call it. So I just chose my doll Kelsey for my last video. More natural. It's a lot better than it was. And now I am rerooting some eyelashes. She looks really great in this room. The dolls can only sit in this room because I made a mistake and the walls are not tall enough for a doll to stand. But they can sit down and read a book on this cozy bench. So because I made this doll room out of a cardboard box, I'm going to be using cardboard for my example, and for the bricks, you do need cardboard. So I literally start out by sketching out some bricks, and then I'm just going to really press into the cardboard to give it some texture, and you don't have to be perfect with this at all. This is really sloppy, but I'm just showing you guys this as an example. Now we're going to take an X-Acto knife, and we're going to literally just make a ton of little scrapes all in the brick. look at the texture that's adding. And the longer you go over one area, it's going to be more textured, obviously. Okay, I may have done it a little too much in some spots, but you get the gist. And then we're going to take a brown pencil and we're literally just going to kind of make them look old. And now we're going to take a small amount of acrylic paint and we're just going to kind of dab it in the edges and smear it around. And if you want to dab your paintbrush onto something first, that might help a lot. And especially in the corners of a room, kind of like up there in the corner, if you want to like really corner it off, if that makes any sense, just make it stand out. To be completely honest with you, my example looks pretty bad, but you get the gist. That's what I did for the walls, and it looks really good when it's far away. Okay, now we're gonna switch it around and we're gonna do the sheetrock. I covered this piece in some scrapbook paper, just computer paper, because that's what I did over here for the white wall. And our secret for this technique is Mod Podge. So I'm gonna paint a layer of Mod Podge onto the white paper. And we're going to take small little bits of tissue paper and just tear them up. And while the Mod Podge is still wet, we are going to just put our paper onto the surface. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, we don't want it to be perfect. And now we're going to take a good amount of Mod Podge and we are going to just kind of really wet this entire thing with the Mod Podge. It's just gonna help everything lay flat. Don't be afraid to use a lot either. Like, that's a ton. And be sure and get in every nook and cranny and press it down to the paper. And layering on the tissue paper is totally fine. That's just gonna give it even more depth and texture. It's not completely dry yet, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and paint over this. I would suggest waiting for it to dry. But I'm going to use some white acrylic paint and just paint over it. And you don't have to really try to cover every bit of the space. You want some of the pink shown through, at least if you want the look that I achieved. You can just literally even do dabbing motions. Definitely let it dry before you start painting it. But yeah, this is the gist of what I did. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed decorating this room and I'm glad I could show you guys how to make these wall textures. And if you decide to try this out, please leave a comment down below. Speaking of comments, don't forget to comment with the hashtag ElsieDIY and you will have a chance of getting a shout out in my next video. And speaking of shout outs, the shout outs for today's video go to Paris Dolls, Sarah's Dolltopia, Real Sky Gaming, Abigail Emery, and Amira Avenetti. Thank you so much for commenting on my video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!